Hello. Nice to see everybody. Anybody. It's kind of late, I know, and I really wasn't planning to go live. But honestly, this situation is just really, really bugging me a lot. It's bugged me the whole time, but it seems to get worse every day. It's not getting better. It's not getting better. It gets literally worse every single day. And I just feel like I want to talk about it because, people have got to start coming to the understanding that this doesn't make sense. Nothing about this makes any sense. Why? Why doesn't it? Why is there a missing child and seemingly nobody is looking for the child? Nobody's looking for this child. Why not? Why? It doesn't make sense. Hey, Ryan. You know, so this is my thing. Do we have a missing child or not? I mean, I have had to wonder what is actually going on. You have got channels every single day. Every day. They go live, sometimes pretending to have breaking news, sometimes just don't even mention this child. What are they doing? What is this about? Hey, Two Skulls. I can't help it. I can't help it. This situation makes my stomach sick. Hey, Queen. Why doesn't it make sense? Why do you have people, the father asking people, sending cease and desist to people to not talk about a missing child? Why isn't he looking? Why? Why do all these people seemingly know that the mother and stepfather have done something? Why hasn't law enforcement done something? Why aren't you calling the damn police if you know something, Justin? If you know something, why aren't you calling the police? Hey, Diamond. No, it's nothing new, Diamond. It's the same thing that's been happening for over a year. Is there really a missing child? I don't fucking know what's going on. I have no idea. There is something super weird happening here, you guys. Very strange. And it all just seems to come back to money and not a missing child. I don't know who has done what. I have no idea. I'm not going to pretend to. Everybody involved seems very suspicious, in my opinion. Everybody does. But why is nobody asking the questions of, well, no, finally, I'm really happy to see that Julie is really looking into things. I'm super happy about it. I wasn't sure about her at first. Well, she was really all about Seth, and that, I question all of these people that do that. But fortunately, she's actually looking into something. Like, what is Tony? Where did he come from? You know, you have Betty saying, oh, Tony's not even online. He's not even out here. Well, he's a damn spokesman, a spokesperson for somebody. That's exactly what that job is. But he's volunteering. Yet, he just was able to pay off a huge mortgage when he's lived a seemingly very shady life, from what it appears. How the hell are you doing that? Hey, Legs. Yeah, Diamond, what? Everybody is suspicious. But one thing I don't actually ever hear about is anybody actually looking for a child. They are very triggered by what Julie's pulling up. I'm telling you guys, something very, very shady is going on. And it eats at my gut. It makes my stomach sick. Look at everything surrounding this case. Look at the horse shit, the actual nonsense. You have all these lawsuits and court. Betty can't fucking control her damn self at all. What the hell does this shit mean? If you're not looking for the child, that must mean you know where he's at. You don't need to look for him. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? Why else would you not look for this child? Because somehow or another, the father can't get along with anybody that talks about something he doesn't like. He's had to have all kinds of situations with with searchers. What the fuck is that? Have you ever heard of this shit? This is crazy. This has never made sense, and it just gets worse every single day. I'm not pretending I know what happened, because I don't. That's why I don't have every damn day breaking news, Sebastian Rogers. I've never pulled that shit. And you know what? You know, Justin, I actually thought you were a decent guy. You make me sick. You know what you're doing is bullshit. You know it. I know you know it. I actually thought that you cared about people. You don't. I believe, my opinion right now, you don't give two fucks about anybody. I don't know if there's a parent involved. I don't know if all parents are involved. I have no damn idea. But something fucking stinks to high heaven. All of you people every single day talking about this shit. Nobody has talked about a cert. You put up some kind of banners, billboards, talking ridiculous shit. Why? Why would you do that? And let me just be honest, okay? If this were my child and my ex-husband was fucking playing some game like this, believe me, I would be his worst fucking nightmare. I would put a fucking stop to it immediately. I don't know where my kid is. None of this horse shit would mean anything. Tell me, how many of you would not know where your child is and play some stupid fucking YouTube game? Going on panels, acting stupid, going and filing lawsuits that are frivolous, meaningless. Who would do that? Who the hell would do that? Tell me, what mother would do that? What father would do this? You wouldn't. Hey, freaking. You wouldn't do that. No normal person would behave like this. And it's become a situation like, oh, okay, well, it has nothing to do with this child. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. A whole bunch of fucking idiots are acting stupid and making a shit ton of money, which is fucking ridiculous. You need to be ashamed of yourself. You need to damn well be ashamed of yourself for partaking in this bullshit. What I believe firmly is, Seth and Tony, those people they make my fucking blood boil. They make my fucking blood boil. I cannot deal with it. What I believe firmly, if anybody gets too close to finding out what the fuck really happened here, that's a problem for them. That's when they got to pull these stunts. But you tell me, if your child is missing, you give two shits about a single fucking YouTube creator at all. Who cares what they're saying? I don't give a shit. My kid's missing. I don't give a fuck about this nonsense. Something is so wrong, and I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I'm not pretending to know. I don't know. I wish like hell I knew. I can tell you right now, Seth has never been a worker. He's not trying to work. He's not trying to do shit. And if somebody does find his child, his little fucking gig is up, I believe. I mean, who's gonna fucking dote? And these people get so excited when he comes into a chat, they just fawn all over him. Okay, that's not gonna happen normally. First of all, he's worthless as tits on a fucking boar hog, and everybody knows it. He doesn't work. He's never been a provider. Talking about inappropriate bullshit all the time on the back of his missing child. People need to get fed up with it and quit playing a fucking game. Justin, Betty, Brittany, idiots. You're useful fucking idiots is what you are. But of course, you're making a bunch of money somehow. I don't know how all that works. I never fucking made any money on this shit, so I don't care. I didn't give it. I didn't get it. It's not mine. But it's gross. What you're doing is gross, and it's fucking shameful. I'm just really excited. I'm excited that Julie actually is looking into these people. She's finding out things that are not good. But I hope it leads into finding out where this child is. Somebody has done something. I don't know what they've done. I don't know. I am not going to sit here and another thing. Okay. These people, they call him Edgar and KK. What kind of ignorant shit is that? What is that? Who made that shit up? Whose big bright idea was that? Because it is so stupid. It is absolutely stupid. Welcome, Flash. Good to see you. I mean, why? Every time I hear this, I think, again, I'm taking crazy pills. I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. Why are you calling them Edgar and KK? Who thinks that's funny? And why are we trying to be funny about a missing child? What the fuck is funny? That is so stupid. Justin, you sound like such a fucking idiot saying Edgar and KK. You sound so stupid. God. I can't even believe I hear that shit. Exactly. Like nothing about that. Nothing's funny. It is not funny. It blows my mind that we say this shit. Honestly, I really hope that, I mean, my goodness, I really, really had no idea this was going to continue. A year ago, this was a circus. Today, it's fucking beyond. It's beyond anything I ever imagined. It is. And it's so sad. It just makes my heart hurt. It makes my heart hurt because you know what? Again, yeah, what did this child live with? With this, if you see what's happening now, what the fuck has been happening? What was happening? And I'm not talking about abuse. I don't know. I don't know. But I know that this is insanity. This, what's happening right now, is the craziest shit. And I just become completely blown away by it and so annoyed. And day after day, another idiot saying something else fucking stupid. Hey, Maze. And they have like 1,000, 2,000 people listening to this shit. They have all these people in their chat listening to this. What? You're not saying anything new. And you're never talking about this child. Never. I love it. I was listening to Julie earlier, and she was like, this Betty person is coming after me. And she's talking about saying how I couldn't have children, I had to adopt. She's like, well, she obviously didn't do her research because I have had a child. Okay, again, first of all, what that has to do with Sebastian missing Betty? Not a damn thing. Nothing. But of course, Betty didn't do her research. She never does. She's not true crime. None of them are. Justin, you're not true crime. Not one bit. No, you're not. And Brittany, you sure as fuck aren't, because you're about the dumbest damn person I don't even know who the hell. Proof that there are a lot of stupid damn people that are in those chats every single day for hours on end listening to a bunch of horse shit. Oh my God, she's so annoying. I don't even listen to him very often at all, and when I do, I don't listen to a whole thing for damn sure. But there's nothing new happening in there. They don't have anything new other than whatever kind of fucking drama is going on in it's their own drama. It's nothing to do with looking for a child. He is. Oh my God, he makes me so mad, Maze. He makes me so mad. I actually at one time thought that he was a decent person, that he actually cared. He does not. I think he's a really big shit stirrer, like you said, he is. And whoever all those people are with them, whoever's helping him out and do all of his shit, he doesn't care. It is. It is. Every day. They act like they have some new information all the time. They have never, not one time have they had any new information. It makes me sick. They do. They do every time. They act like it's going to be about Sebastian. Of course it's not. And you would think if the dad came in there to talk shit, he might say, I came in here thinking you were talking about my son, but you're not. Who knows what the fuck they're talking about? Who even knows? He doesn't. He joins in on the horseshit. Yeah, breaking news infuriates me. It absolutely infuriates me. You're right, mate. The dad is the one instigating the nonsense. He is. And so you start thinking about in the beginning or whatever, I felt sorry for the dad too. I felt like, okay, the mom has, some, we need some answers from mom. She was the one there with him. Okay, whatever. But I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Neither do any of these other people. But if you notice, like JLR said, he was feeling weird and they didn't want. Seth started wanting to get rid of the ones who weren't saying what he wants them to say. Now, who's going to say what you want them to say? An idiot like Brittany, a crazy lunatic maniac like Betty, and fucking shit stir with the damn monkey or whatever over there. He didn't want anybody else involved in it. And he thought he had every right to just tell people what the hell they were allowed to say and shit. So we have lawsuits and all this crap. Exactly, Queen. That's exactly right. That's the only thing that's what I'm saying. They either, number one, know where he is, or they don't want him found. There's no other. What else can you conclude here? I do too, Maze. I do too. I think, again, I don't know if maybe all three of the parents are involved in some kind of fuck shit. I don't know that. They at least, Chris and Katie at least don't act like fucking idiots. I'm not going to pretend I know. I have no idea. None. So I'm not pretending to know. They don't act like idiots. He absolutely does. That is my feeling. My feeling is that he knows where he's at. You can't, I don't know what else, I don't know how else you could feel. Why would you be acting the way you're acting if you were actually truly worried? Because for me, if I don't know where my child is, I'm not going to be able to sleep. I'm not going to be able to eat. I'm not even going to know how to fucking function. I'm not going to be playing games. And, a couple of things really stand out to me. So, like, remember whenever, I want to say it was with Pascal in the beginning, when people were asking him about those lights, and he was like, no, he was very clear. That was a trash truck. They looked into it, the police. I heard him say it. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly right. Maze, that's exactly right. What the hell does that mean? Why? Every time he is looked for that child, it appears that it was a photo op. Remember on that boat or whatever the fuck that was. And even that time that JLR and those guys were there, and they were in that big, I don't know, like some kind of a warehouse thing or whatever. They didn't even like move anything. They just kind of walked through and screamed his name. Like none of it doesn't make sense. Well, I think that if anybody gets close to what might actually, no, you're absolutely right. That's the only answer, right? But if your child's missing, do you care about money? It you think about things with, maybe there's like a ransom, or, in a kidnapping case, there's a ransom, whatever, most parents are going to beg, borrow, steal, sell their ass, sell their whatever they got to do to come up, whatever it takes to get the money to get their child, if that's the case. But see, they picked not only just stupid creators, they picked creators that would just say whatever they want them to say because they don't care. Betty doesn't give a fuck about anybody. Everybody knows that. Justin doesn't. Right, Maze, right. But when you think, same thing though, when he talked about that being a trash truck, and he was very certain about that. And then all of a sudden, these lights became something that they all wanted to talk about. So then it became something else. And I don't even know what the fuck they're saying because I cannot listen to I can barely listen to it. But then all of a sudden, that wasn't a fact anymore. What happened to that? Right. Right. With her. She don't give a shit. She don't care. Exactly. That I think so too, Flash. They knew what kind of useful idiots they could get. So I'm having to wonder, it's starting to sound really weird. Like how long Tony and Seth have known each other. I know Tony said one time that him and Seth grew up somewhere near each other. I don't know about that, but he said it. Then I heard someone say that Seth's sister was in Tony's wedding or something. I mean, that's really weird, right? And how about the fact that none of the money that Seth takes in is in his own name? Now, I've heard things like because of his disability or whatever. His disability is he's a lazy fucking ass. Okay, that's my opinion. He's never been a fucking provider, not one damn day of his fucking life, from what I can see. Oh, right. See, I forget about some of them. Yeah, I forget about. Yeah, they are. They're all going to say whatever they want them to say. Because they don't give a shit. They do not give two shits. And I got to tell you something right now. There is no way you cannot, I can promise you right here and right now, you cannot make me with the fucking stun. You cannot make me say something I don't fucking believe. I won't do it. It won't come out of my mouth. I can't do it. They found useful idiots that literally just want money. But so how, okay, but how is it that Tony has all kinds of money and all kinds of time to be back and forth to Tennessee? If this is volunteer and then he's the one that bailed Betty out of jail, I mean, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. If it doesn't fucking make sense, if it fucking stinks, something is wrong. I don't either, Diamond. I can't. And quite honestly, even when I liked Justin, well, when I thought that Justin was a decent guy, I really didn't watch a lot of his stuff because it just was kind of boring, you know? It just wasn't my thing. Now he literally makes me sick to my stomach because he's lying. He's lying, and that's gross as fuck. Exactly. No, he is not. He has lived such a shady life. He didn't just have money to pay off that kind of a fucking mortgage and shit. No, he didn't. He didn't. How? Where would that come from? Well, again, I don't know. But every time something feels super weird to me, every time I say to Mr. Snotty, what is the motive here? This doesn't make sense. And he's like, it's always money, babe. It's always money. And I always say, I say, I don't think so. Sometimes I honestly don't believe that because you couldn't pay me enough to act like a fucking idiot like that. So I go, I would not do that. So there has to be people. I mean, I can't believe that everybody is ugly and willing to lie about a child. A child. That's the whole thing. All of this comes down to a child. Lie about whatever. I don't know. The fact that there's a child here is what I can't take. That's what I can't stand. I could easily not pay a lick of attention to any of this if this was not about a child. Right, Maze. Right. He quick deeded his home to his in-laws. Who does that? Who does that? I've never done it my whole life. Never even thought about it. This is shit that doesn't make sense. I don't know people who do any of these things. Right, Maze. But I know. So why can't I get it? Why can't I stop my stomach stop hurting about it? I don't know, because it's a child. Yeah, these are just some really sketchy, fucked up people. But my stomach hurts about this all the time because there is a child involved. And that makes me crazy. To the Wells case, do you know how much money? See, I don't, Flash. That's a whole thing. I've always been aware, very well aware of the Wells case, but I never watched any of it on YouTube. I was not paying attention to YouTube ever at that time. So I'm not aware of very little, very, very little. And that's just been since the fact, different things I've heard, but I did not. And let me be very clear. I'm not begrudging people of making money ever. I'm all about people should make money. I got no problem with people making money. And again, if I didn't get it, I didn't give it. It's not my business. But there is a fact of being dishonest and being gross, making money off of a child. If you're not being honest. Showtime Lycan is a predator who supports kids. What? HVAC repair guy. I don't know what you're talking about. I believe that they added the well stuff to the end of the voice. Oh, I did hear something about that, Maze. What was that? Summer was a cash cow. Wow. Wow. That's really gross. I don't know. Supports kids being attacked. I don't know what that means. I don't know who that is. And clearly, I don't even care about somebody who supports something like that. But I don't know anything about it, so. I'm just frustrated. I know it's stupid, but I'm very frustrated. Whatever these people have done, I want them to be held accountable. Obviously, that's a big frustration when it comes to Summer Wells, is that she's not been found. That's upsetting. Flash, I know exactly what they did. And you know what? That's when I figured out what a liar she was. The thing is, before I went to Savannah, I knew I didn't care for Betty. She wasn't my thing at all. I didn't watch her. She was a little irritating to me. But it was that right there when they went out on that four-wheeler and they went out around all those ponds back there, and her fat fucking mouth was saying, why have anybody looked back here? They haven't looked back here. Because that's what she does. She goes somewhere and wants to immediately say what the police haven't done when she has no fucking idea what they've done. She has no idea. Just like with Sebastian, she has said, No, they didn't go in there and take any trace evidence. How the fuck do you know that, Betty? You don't. You have no damn idea. But she went back there talking about what happened in those ponds behind Quentin's house. And I was like, wait, day one they were out there with divers. I watched that. But she never has any actual fucking idea about any of this stuff. That's when I knew she was lying about shit, that she didn't care about that kid because she just wanted to go out there and yell. And she had no idea what was going on. Because had she paid any attention to that case, which I had paid attention to it, she would have known they had divers in those ponds. Day one. They had horse patrol. They had everybody out there. But she jumps in and acts like she has some fucking idea. And she still recently has said that the chief of police lost his job because of her and shit. No, he didn't. He's still there, Betty. Idiot. You did nothing but show your stupid fucking ass. That's all you did. Right, Legs? It is. It's gross. It's really gross. The connection between with preacher that put on the fundraiser for Sebastian Rogers has ties to sexual predator that ran it. What? No, I did not see that. Wow. I did not see that. Well, okay, you know what though? What are they raising funds for? What are they actually raising funds for? A couple of times I heard, now what I believe is when Seth has been like on the news, right? He will say things like, you know, they're going to put together a search, but they're not going to tell anybody because they've had all this trouble or what the fuck ever. It all has to be secret, right? Right. No, I understand. I know what you're saying, Maze. No, I'm going to have to go back and watch that. I did not see that, but that none of it surprises me. Everybody involved is very sketchy. Okay, so there's another thing. That's okay. Also, no money is in Seth's name, right? Also, remember his mom was involved. Where the hell's his mom now? She's done. She's good. I mean, does this all weird to anybody else? Is it just fucking me? I mean, if my grandson, let me tell you, I will lose my fucking mind if something happens to one of my grandkids. I cannot even tell you. Well, Maze, first, in the beginning, now I don't know where things are now. I have no idea. And I mean, I just could not give a fuck at a certain point. I could not. It was a circus. But his sister had control over the GoFundMe or whatever, right? And then, I don't know, Sebastian's godparents, I don't know who these people are. That's who ran the cash apps or whatever. but it's supposedly because of his disability. Tony runs his mouth. Okay, is it Tony now? See, I don't, this was a while ago. Oh, wow. Right. Well, I don't know. I've kind of wondered, is that because she had Sebastian? Is that why? I don't know. Oh, there is so many fucking, it's crazy flat. And then look at Uncle Taco and whatever. I mean, it's crazy weird. Everything is super weird. But the grandma has all but disappeared. And again, if this was my grandkid, you would hear from me, but not fucking playing on panels. I would be beating your fucking door down. I would be tearing shit up. If I did not know where my grandchild was, I'd be losing my fucking mind. There would be no laughing, no faking shit, making shit up, putting out a fucking fundraising for what? For fucking what do they fundraise for? For Betty's court shit? That's what I'm saying, Queen. That's the only way. I've been wanting to say it out loud for a long time, but that's the only thing I can say. You are not looking because you know where he's at. That's the only fucking thing that makes sense. That's it. And you found out that all of a sudden you're popular and you can make money, so you're just going to keep this going. But why would you do it in the first place? And you need to fucking go to jail if you've done this. Oh, right. He has some kind. Yeah, what? Right, you're right. Okay, Maze, right. Yeah, that makes sense. I forget about that. See, a lot of things were done way too. It feels very coordinated. Right, Flash. Me too. I would 100% be a fucking nut job. Right. No, because this is why I think this is my idea. They keep it so convoluted that a lot of things aren't talked about enough because it's intentional. They have this ridiculous lawsuit, which is asinine. They have all this shit going on. That way nobody can actually get to the reality of it. And once again, nobody's actually talking about Sebastian. No, you're saying Edgar and KK and a bunch of fucking horse shit that amounts to nothing. Yep, that's it, right? They, to me, it has been so intentional to divert anybody from reality. Then I heard all these people irritated that they didn't talk more about, they didn't, the part of Sebastian on America's Most Wanted was not long enough. What would you say? What do you want him to say? That it has become a fucking YouTube circus? It has become ridiculous. I mean, honestly. a whole lot of what to talk about on this case is something that I think anything reputable is not trying to fucking partake in. I mean, you already have fucking stupid ass Justin on Nancy Grace talking horseshit. She clearly got right the fuck out of that. But that's exactly right. Look over here because, yeah, smoke screens all over the place. All over the place. Smoke screens, penises, fucking masturbate, whatever kind of ridiculous horse shit. I'm telling you, if my child's missing and somebody's going to pretend to masturbate, I will fucking kick your damn ass. You just stop it. Act like a damn fool. Oh, is that what that? Okay, I didn't know what KK meant. Wow. Okay, Flash. I'm sorry I am acting crazy. I'm so fucking annoyed with this. Right, smart, exactly right. You ought to be so fucking proud of yourself, Justin. Should be so proud of yourself. You fucking make me sick. You make me so fucking sick. I actually even told people that I thought you were a very nice guy. I did. Because I thought you were. My fucking bad. I'm not a good judge of character, clearly, because I thought you. I mean, I got to Savannah knowing full well that Betty was a liar and she was irritating as fuck to me already. I already did. I didn't care for her before I knew she was a liar. Uh, hey, Debbie. No, nobody's picking on me. See, I didn't pay a lot of attention to that either, Maze. I didn't. I mean, I did pay attention, but I wasn't watching Justin for that. See, that's it. When I met him, he would seem very nice to me. And again, he talks too slow and it's kind of boring, but so I didn't watch his channel a lot. But I told people, you can ask Queen, you could ask a lot of people. I said, I think he's a nice guy because I did. Right? I didn't think he was ugly, but now I see he's flat lying. He is shameful. His behavior right now with this is fucking gross. I know you guys would tell me that. I know, Legs. You guys used to say that, and I would say, yeah, I thought he was boring, but I didn't think badly of him. Yeah, and you know what, Maze? I honestly believe that he just believed that. I did. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I believed that. No, I'm a bad judge of character. I am. Because I thought he was nice. Yeah, I can't watch him now. He actually makes my fucking blood boil now. He does. When I hear that KK and Edgar, it literally I cringe. I am. I know. I know, Queen. I'm not gonna lie. I think that I see good in people because I constantly think to myself, well, who would do that? I mean, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, oh, he definitely does that. He does. And you know what? I don't even know that, Maze. I think he might put shit out when he literally has proof of the other. That's what I believe now. I believe he's very sick and gross now. I think he's fucking gross. Thank you, Queen. I do have a big heart. My mouth is not so nice. It's not. Hey, Happy. Hi, Liz. Good to see you. No, I do tend to see good. I try to see good in people because I always think that people are being honest because I don't know. I honestly do think that as a rule. But I mean, clearly they're not. Being on here has taught me a lot. I will say that. I have learned a lot as far as people are gross. Um, right, Queen? I've never seen such nasty, hateful craziness. Honestly, like, wow, people really are nuts, and I didn't understand that so much. But no, there is a lot of very hateful. There's a lot of evil out there. And don't get me wrong. You know what? Let me say this. I pray to God that that child is somewhere safe. I pray he's okay. But what I'm going to say, whatever's happening here, whatever it is that's happening, is not okay. It's just not. Either they know where he's at and they're playing this game like this. That's not okay. It's not. Or they don't know where he is and they don't fucking care. Whatever is happening here is not okay. It's just not okay. And I'm so sick of it. Because I swear I would have really thought that we would know something by now. I would have thought. No, you're absolutely right, Flash. And that's what I believe too. I believe that. There is a lot of good. There are people that are honest. There are good people that have good intentions. I know that for a fucking fact because I'm not asking anybody to believe me, but I know damn well my intentions are good. I know that. And no one can get in my face and call me a fucking flat out liar. I'm not going to say I'm right about everything. Obviously I'm not. Very clearly I'm not. But my intentions are good. 100%. That's a fact. You can never fucking take me down on that one because I know better. And I guess they are really making a lot of money. I don't know. I don't know. I it's so hard for me to get my head around it. But even then, really? Because that money would taste like vinegar in my mouth. Like I just would not. How do you feel comfortable with it? I know, Maze. I exactly. I am brutally. I know. I am so on it. The person that I fuck over repeatedly is me. 100%. Yep. Well, that's just it, Legs. That's what I was saying in the beginning. Most people would be beg, borrowing, stealing, selling their ass, doing whatever it took to come up with whatever, if there was a ransom or something. I don't know. I try to fucking come up with scenarios. You would be doing anything. There would be no stone unturned. But you're not looking for this child. He doesn't work. He doesn't look for the child. He's just a fucking worthless shit. I can't stomach the sight of that guy. I can't. And I had a lot of people come at me and say, how How could you talk badly of a man who's with a missing child? No, I can't fucking stomach him. I can't. His behavior is fucking gross. He is a lazy fucking ass. He is. That's what I feel about him. I feel like he is a lazy ass. He has never been a provider one day of his fucking life. You know, when you think about how young Katie was and she joined the Navy because he fucking just, and he was Mr. Mom or whatever, and I don't even think he did that well. I don't know. But how gross. Everything about him says he's not a man. He's never behaved like a man. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Queen. That's what I'm saying. If your child was missing, would you be thinking about any fucking YouTube creator at all? No. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't be hopping on panels acting a fool. You would not be doing that. It doesn't make fucking sense. No, I believe that, Legs. I believe that. When we lost our son, we didn't get a bunch of money, but anybody who gave us a card with any money in it, we handed right over to his girlfriend, which was, I don't know, $100, $200 maybe, I don't know. But no, hell no. 100% not trying to make money off my child, ever. Everything you do is for your children. Not trying to profit off of them. See, they have to be, okay, Queen, and that's what I'm saying. Okay, there you go. They must be, right? But see, okay, so this is so weird. I actually get these weird fucking thoughts in my head. I'm not even going to lie. Right. But so my thinking is this, okay? Like in my head, I go, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to follow these fuckers everywhere they go. Like, yeah, I'm really not, right? Okay, I'm not. Because I do watch my grandson and I have obligations. But yes, I feel like that. Oh my God, exactly, Flash. That 100%. My child's missing. Fuck no. Betty is not. Well, first of all, I would ignore her. But if she came here with the bullhorn, let me tell you, I would go to jail because I would beat the motherfucker right out and get the fuck out of my life. 100%. You're absolutely right about that. Right, Queen, I swear that's what I start thinking. I'm just going to follow these people. And find that child. Or what the fuck are you doing? What are you actually doing? Because I think they have just, this is actually, you know, this is what they're doing. They're just making money this way. I don't know how it happens. I mean, people give them money. It blows my mind, but they must be. you've checked into going, and I know. No, seriously, you guys. I have thought weird shit like this. Like, I told you guys my friend was here. God, not last month. A couple months ago, she was here from out of town. Their mother passed away, and we spent some time together. And she lives in Tennessee, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to go visit her. Seriously. Because I want to know. I feel like, okay, I'm not going to hashtag Sebastian Rogers. I'm not going to breaking news. I'm not going to pull any fucking stupid shit. But I actually want to know where that child is. Because you know what? Whatever, if he is okay, I pray to God he is. But I always worry that no matter what, he's going to find out this shit that has gone on. Right. Right. We have to be incognito this time, Queen. Yeah, we can't wear our media press shit this time. Oh my God. But I'm telling you guys, Julie is really digging, and I think she's coming up with stuff because they are very, very triggered by her. Very much so. And that says a lot. I do too, Maze. I do too. I do. I didn't think I didn't care for her. I didn't think a whole lot about her in the beginning. She was very pro Seth, and I just am not. No matter what, Seth bugs me. He just always has. But me too. Yeah, I love that too, and that's very telling though. It's very telling. And now, so I didn't really watch her a lot, but I really have watched her a lot now, and for Betty to talk about her husband the way she did and stuff, see, that's so gross. That is so disgusting. To me, first of all, Julie's husband made me laugh. I thought he was funny, but he also was very clearly cares so much for her. I thought that was awesome. Right. Me too. Me too. I think he's great. And I like to listen, it's only been in the last 6 months or so, my grandson was diagnosed with autism, and I really have watched a lot of her old stuff about that, and I do appreciate it. Right. So, and see, that's just it. That's what tells you about the caliber of these people. Even if you didn't know them, if I didn't already know what an idiot Betty was, she talks about Al's balls. Are you really? Who does that? And who takes her serious? I've had people yelling at me lately about, you're not true crime. Like, Betty does this and that. And I mean, I've had to literally delete some of their shit, which I've never done before. But give me a break. She's carrying on about Al's balls. Oh, she's so serious. She's so true crime. Give me a fucking break. I love the way she's all after their stuff, because she's actually getting somewhere, and this is actually really triggering me too, to more like there is something bigger here, and I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is. Maze, I said that. Oh, yeah, I said that months ago. I said I think she wants to go to jail, but I don't know. It might have gotten to be too much for her. She of course won't ever come back, or I mean, she's not going to go against it. Hmm. I said a long time ago. Remember how she kept saying, uh, Queen Bee's making, made $40,000. Queen Bee's made $70,000. I don't know how the fuck she knows. I don't know. I don't care anything about that at all. But she mentioned it too many times to tell me that she was wanting to have enough legal shit go on that she was going to make a bunch of money off it. That's what I believe too. Yeah. How many times can you be at court? Let me tell you, I was uncomfortable in Phoenix going to court for Lori Vallow. I was uncomfortable going. That's not my comfort zone at all. But I wanted to go, so I went. But let me tell you, I'm not trying to be the case ever. Ever. And she absolutely is. Yeah, she does want a new trial. She's not going to get one. I don't think. Listen, Arizona fucked this shit up from the get-go with Lori Vallow. Already, I think it's a stretch bothering with all this. I did very much want justice for Charles, and I do for Brandon. But beyond this, enough's enough. No more with her. Yeah, she's not going to get it. No. That juror does irritate me, but whatever. Because he said he felt sorry for her. Okay. Good night. I love you. Yeah, enough of her crap. She can't have another. The stupidity is enough of that. I'm not. I can't imagine anybody's willing to entertain any more of that. And that guy's really irritating. Tonight, so that one juror is irritating to me, but I love the one girl. What is her name? Tosh? Can't remember. Yeah, Tosh, I think. I really liked her. Everything she said, she was like the perfect juror, in my opinion. Tonight, Lauren from Hidden True Crime interviewed the other woman from the juror. That was good. Okay with that. Enough. Yeah, I don't know what that guy was talking about, but yeah, it's pretty good. She said that remember the judge had told them he wanted to say something to them if they would hang around. She said the judge told him some of this stuff after the fact. So I don't know what he meant by yesterday or whatever. I don't care. On Hidden True Crime, Lauren interviewed the other woman juror from Lori Vallow's case. It was on earlier tonight. Yeah, there were two women. She already had interviewed Tosh, I think is her name. She's awesome. She was awesome. And then the other woman. Yeah, it's good. I don't know about that guy. Oh, I wondered, Queen, I didn't hear from you. I didn't know if they did race or what. It's supposed to cool off here tomorrow. I'm supposed to go swimming, so I don't know how that's going to work out, but I didn't mean to go on a complete rampage, but I'm telling you, this is making me crazy. And I do feel these urges to go to Tennessee and follow people around like a maniac. Yeah, I saw that too, Maze. I don't know. Oh, Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, last night it said something about we went to Nashville once, but we went for a conference and we just stayed at the Opryland pretty much the whole time we were there. Opryland Hotel or whatever. Uh, I would love to see more of it. Um, we didn't get a dust storm. Oh wow, Flash. Yeah, I was saying that yesterday how what happens to us for sure because Mr. Snotty travels so much for work, he never wants to go anywhere. And same thing when he's traveling, he's eating out. He never ever wants to go out to dinner. So we never do those things. And every once in a while, I'm like, about 6 months ago, okay, Louise, that's enough. About 6 months ago, I was like, I wouldn't mind having a vacation just like once every 10 years or so. I would love to go to Tennessee. I would. I could just see myself following those people around. I think somehow or another, the police have to be looking into that. Right? They have to be. Oh my gosh, 2 months. Wow. That's a while. Louise, stop it. I know. Sometimes, it's so funny. I don't even want to go out to eat like for the food. Like I just want to go out to eat. Like it's weird. I know, Maze. Same here. We just don't go anywhere. Yeah, I do. Oh, I do watch Burnt Toast. I do. I don't always, but if I catch it, I definitely do. She makes me laugh. Me too, Queen. I do want to go dance. No, I like the way, I mean, she's very much not involved in nonsense. She really tells it like it is. She presents it well. She presents Betty's nonsense very well. Queen, we have this place. Did I? Yeah, I will tell you sometimes when she's on. Yeah. Yeah, she's not trying to play all these stupid games. She just says it like it is. I like her. I do. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, Flash, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad. It was so good to see you. Have a good night. Enjoy your bath and have a good night. Yeah, May, sometime you'll have to meet up. There's a place right down the road here from me that they have a band every Friday and Saturday night. I've gone down there a couple of times and danced. I like to dance. I really like to get my groove on a lot. We need to do it, Queen, for sure. Both times I've gone, been very different types of bands, but they've been really good. And I just have fun though. If there's a band or something, I have a good time. I'm gonna dance every single song, and I'm pretty easy as far as that goes. I love to dance. That is crazy. I know. I still think about you being at games and stuff. And our granddaughter is graduating high school this year. That is crazy to me. Really crazy. And we have one just a year old. So, but nobody living here in the house. Empty nesters for a long time, actually. Uh, yeah, Queen, definitely get Mr. Queen on board. We need to do that. We say it and then we don't do it. I've been spending today trying to organize and get some things cleaned out because it'll be summertime soon and Jack won't be in school. So we'll have a lot to do. We'll have to swim a lot, get him out. And you know what? It'll be so hot here, it'll be the only thing to do. Right, right. Yes. Yes, Queen. I bet. That's awesome. That's going to be very nice. Me too, Debbie. I do too. I miss our old house. I miss having a pool. Mr. Snotty doesn't miss all the upkeep, but I do miss having a pool. And when ours was heated. We were in it year round, every single day. Even my angel, my grandson, says, Bobby, why did you move here? Why did you move? I know. It's sad. I do love the water. And it's so hot here. It's nice, but because otherwise you can't really be outside here a lot. Once summer hits, you can't really be outside if you're not in water. All right. Okay, come on. You can't. So yeah, you can be. Oh, yeah. We do swim here in May typically. I don't know. I'm going to my aunt's house to swim tomorrow. I'm not sure how it's gonna. I might just lay out. I don't know. We will see what happens. I'm going over there anyway, whether we hang out at the pool or not. I do appreciate you guys entertaining my nonsense. I feel like I just had to say all of this out loud. I really needed to. Because I hear bits and pieces constantly and it just drives me insane. And I am all the time saying to myself, what the fuck is going on? But I do feel that I feel like the police are not stupid. They have to be thinking some of it. They have to. They have to. Well, thank you, Queen. I'm happy I did too a little bit because let me tell you this, okay? I am constantly. I know that I am wearing Mr. Snotty out with it. That's earlier. He was out in the garage, and I went flying out there, and I was like, "You won't even fucking believe this." I am driving him crazy. And a lot of this stuff I don't even bother to tell him because he doesn't care. He doesn't want to hear it. But this has gone on so long, like he totally. I don't have to catch him up because I am constantly talking about this shit. So I just really felt like I want to scream from the rooftops. But so if everybody would please pray for Sebastian, whatever is going on, pray for that baby. Pray for him. And for this all to get resolved one way or something has to happen. Get resolved. Somebody damn well go to jail or something. Yes, thank you. Everybody, please pray for that. Yeah, it was good to see you, Maze. It's good to see all of you guys. I really appreciate it. And I do recommend checking out what Julie's doing because I believe it's very much worth it. Let me real quick let me find her. Let me put that in here. I recommend. She's actually coming up with some good stuff, and I like it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for doing that. Everybody have a great night. And I will see you guys all very soon again. I love you. I appreciate you. Good night.